Colorado High School Activities Association Baseball is on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network this afternoon from Platte Valley High School in Kersey. It's a Patriot League battle as the Brush Bee Diggers take on the Platte Valley Broncos in the season finale for both teams, and the Bee Diggers are securely in the playoff picture. Platte Valley is inside the top 32 in the selection and seeding index. This is a big game for them, as they are 3-9 in league play and 10-12 overall, while the Bee Diggers 6-6 in the league, also 10-12 on the season. Bee Diggers starting lineup brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Borrow locally from people you know. Equitable has been providing personal bankers to help you through all the steps. Check them out, equitable-savings.com. Batting first, of course, is Ty Griffith, tearing it up, hitting .597. We'll get to the starting lineup. The first pitch, brought to you by Buildings by Design, is a strike from the right-hander Cody Rusnick. Griffith yesterday had 3 hits against Strasburg, and the breaking ball is a strike from Rusnick, 0-2. And that's the one thing you throw Griffith, a lot of all-speed stuff. He just destroys fastballs. Tanner Ludgate followed by Joshua Lancaster, and the breaking ball is fouled down the third base side. Batting fourth is the shortstop Nate Tyne. Percy Odell hits fifth. Keaton Gillick will hit sixth. In the seventh position is Hunter Proctor. The pitcher Wiley Eicher hits eighth. Caleb Jimenez bats ninth. No balls and 2 strikes from Rusnick. The pitch to Griffith. Swung on and grounded left side. A base hit into left field, and Griffith back up to 600 with that base hit on an 0-2 pitch. The Bee Diggers had 11 hits yesterday, 3 of those by Griffith. Here is Tanner Ludgate. Defensively, Hazen Weber's at first. Dagan Gomez is the second baseman for Platte Valley. Hudson Flummerfelt's at third. Howdy Johnson's the shortstop. Caleb Maxey in left. Ethan Johnson in center. Eric Bernal in right. And the pitch, and that is in the dirt, bounces up the first base side. Not far enough to advance. Preston Hofer behind the plate. And 1 ball and no strikes to Tanner Ludgate, hitting .313. A lot of speed over there for Griffith at first. The pitch, squaring to bunt. Runner goes to throw, and nobody's there, and he's going to take off for third on the throwing error. It's really more the error on the infielder. It's a stolen base. And Griffith at third, with a 1 ball, 1 strike count on Ludgate. Hard to charge that as an error on the catcher, Hofer, but there was a miscommunication somewhere. Johnson and Gomez, neither were too close to the bag. The Bee Diggers scored in 5 of the first 6 innings yesterday in that 11-4 victory against Strasburg in Byers. A quick turnaround because that was a 6 p.m. game. 1 ball and 1 strike out of the stretch with a man at third base. The pitch, and that is in the dirt, scooped up by Hofer. 2 balls and 1 strike. 73 degrees at first pitch. Can't get much better than that. We did have rain in the surrounding area. We'll see if it actually hits Kersey at some point. Had quite a bit of rain in Fort Morgan, scattered showers, and that is up and in with the off-speed, 3-1. Lots of change-ups and breaking balls thrown by Cody Rusnick. Platte Valley has dropped their last 5 games, and that pitch is a strike. 3-2 to Ludgate. The Bee Diggers in those maroon pinstripe uniforms, similar to the Eaton Reds. Platte Valley in their baby blues and the white jerseys, and the breaking ball is a called strike 3 on the inside corner at the knees. Well, I think Ludgate was anticipating a fastball, and maybe this is appropriate, not because he struck out, because Lancaster had the first RBI yesterday. We do have a courtesy runner at third. That's not Metlin this time. Swung on, grounded right side. That'll score the run, and the ball is botched out there by the second baseman Gomez. Navarro, the courtesy runner, scores. It's 1-0. Lancaster gets the RBI, and that's the second error of the inning. This one of the second baseman Gomez. And that'll send up the cleanup hitter, Nate Tyne. Tyne's got a couple of home runs this year. Made a sparkling defensive play yesterday in the pitch. Swung on and lifted into foul territory. First base side, there might be room, and it's on top of the dugout as giving chase was Weber. No balls and one strike. Yeah, the B-Diggers have got to be patient against Rusnick. Lots of off-speed stuff. Again, both teams at 10 and 12 going in, but the B-Diggers a more favorable league record at 6-6. And the offering squaring to bunt, and he lays it down foul. And that pitch was up and away. No balls and two strikes to Nate Tyne. 1-0, 3 hitters into the game. It was 1-0, 3 hitters into yesterday's game. Let's see what Rusnick throws on an 0-2. The pitch swung on and driven in the air to right field, and coming on and diving, and the ball is dropped for a base hit, and it gets away to third as Lancaster. Tyne into second. We'll call that a straight-up double, an all-out dive out there by Bernal. Probably should have played it on a hop. And the B-Diggers have 2 in scoring position. That's their second hit of the inning. And here is Percy Odell. He had an RBI yesterday. Odell comes into the game, had a respectable, let's see, it was at 261, I believe, yesterday. Today, higher than that, 373 going into this game. Hunter Proctor was the one hitting in the 260s. So Odell with a chance to extend the lead, already 1-0. The pitch, down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. To the right-handed hitting Percy Odell. Runners take their leads at the belt. The pitch, that bounces in. Nice scoop up there by Preston Hofer. 2 balls and no strikes. We'll find out tomorrow. The brackets will be released tomorrow as to where the teams will be headed in the 32-team playoff. The pitch, and that is a strike at the knees with the off-speed. 2-1. Again, the runners off their bases. The stretch by Rusnick, the pitch, and that bounces in. Should be 3-1. I thought he called the 2-0 pitch a strike. Well, I guess the 2-0 pitch must have been a ball. I could have sworn he motioned for a strike. Well, it's a 4-pitch walk. Here is Keaton Gillick. A huge spot for the freshman. Hitting 267. And he takes the pitch. That is a strike. There's a signal that I thought I saw earlier. Maybe I'm hallucinating. 5 batters into the game. No balls and 1 strike. Out of the windup is Rusnick. The offering. And that's up and in. The count levels at 1-1. Simple motion. Not lots of arm strain by Rusnick. And the offering. And that's low. Oh, it's a strike. All right. I better wait. 1-2. To Keaton Gillick. 1-0 Brush. Bases loaded. 1 out, top of the first inning. The offering. Swing and a miss. And the throw back to third, and it sails into left field. Lancaster's going to get up. He's going to score. Tyne to third. The throw, he slides in safely. And the trail runner advances as well from first to second. And Odell, the B-Diggers lead 2-0. Third error of the inning. And that's too bad for Hofer. That could have been bases loaded with 2 down. Now it's second, and it's still 1-0. But because of the throwing error by the catcher Hofer, it's 2-0. Hunter Proctor swings and grounds it up the middle. The shortstop Johnson charges, gloves, throws on the run. That's going to be in time. Johnson retires Proctor on the slow grounder. And the B-Diggers are retired in this top half of the first inning. But that was an adventure defensively for Platte Valley. 2 runs on 2 hits, 3 errors. And we had 2 men left. Let's head to the bottom of the first inning. Brush 2, and Platte Valley's coming to bat on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. All right, let's head to the bottom of the first inning. 2-0. Yeah, I regained power over here. We're good here. The scoreboard has gone out here at Platte Valley High School, but the B-Diggers lead 2-0. And let's get to the starting lineup for the Platte Valley Broncos. here against right-hander Wiley Eicher. Batting first for Platte Valley is the catcher Preston Hofer. Eric Bernal, the right fielder, hits second. The shortstop Howdy Johnson bats third. Cody Rusnick is the cleanup hitter. Hudson Flummerfelt hits fifth. Caleb Maxey's the sixth hitter. Hazen Weber hits seventh. Second baseman Dagan Gomez hits eighth, and Ethan Johnson bats ninth. Weicker with a great changeup. Swing and a miss to a fastball up in the zone to Preston Hofer. 1-1, the offering. Swing and a foul to the screen. So it's actually 0-2. Lost you there for a second. We did have some power blips. No balls and 2 strikes. So Eicher's thrown 3 pitches. Swing and a miss and 2 foul balls. And the offering. And that's in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here to Preston Hofer, 2-0. The Bee-Diggers benefited from 3 errors in the top of the first inning. And the offering. Curveball swung on and missed. A strikeout of Hofer by Wiley Eicher. There's 1 down. Unleashed a nasty one there, and that'll send up Eric Bernal. Bernal, as we'll check out Platte Valley's numbers as a team. The pitch, swag and a miss to a fastball right by him. No balls and 1 strike. Yeah, there was definitely a power issue here. Luckily, we still have power, but everything else is out. The offering, and that is in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 to Bernal. Eicher delivers. Swung on and popped up into shallow left field. Getting a beat on the baseball along the line and making the grab is Hunter Proctor, 2 down. And if it feels silent here, well, we're in the press box. And we had 2 other people up here, but after the power blip, I'm up here by myself. Plenty of fans along the third base side, the dugout occupied by brush. Here is Howdy Johnson, leading the team with a .365 average. The pitch swung on. That is popped up extremely high. The pitcher, Eicher, to the left of the mound is going to give way, and the ball's going to be caught by Tyne, the shortstop, as he dove along the first base line when he completed the catch. Well, the pitcher is a defensive player, but if Tyne calls him off, and he did, and he made a nice adjustment there, you make the catch, you make the play. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Wiley Eicher and the Bee-Diggers. Let's head to the second. We are live in Kersey. The score, it is Brush 2, Platte Valley nothing. As you are listening to 1010 KSIR, and we'll keep it right here for a second again, since we had a power blip, and that's affecting our coverage here in terms of going to the break. And the Bee-Diggers holding a 2-0 lead over the Platte Valley Broncos right here on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran back at Platte Valley High School in Kersey, 2-0. The Bee-Diggers lead the Platte Valley Broncos headed to the top of the second inning. It'll be Wiley Eicher, Caleb Jimenez, and Ty Griffith against right-hander Cody Rusnick. And the pitch, and the breaking ball is right there for a strike on the outer half of the knees. It's no balls and 1 strike. As we pointed out during yesterday's broadcast, it was 15 years ago the Bee-Diggers had a season like this and played well enough at the right time of the year to get into the state tournament and make the Final Four as that pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike to Wiley Eicher. 8-9-1 for Brush in the second. The pitch, and that bounces in. 2-1. Hopefully we get through this game without any weather delays. Like I said, there was some rain coming up here, even some lightning in the outskirts. Well beyond Kersey, I should say. Not that close. The pitch, swing and a miss on a pitch below the knees. It's 2-2. Eicher was fooled on the off speed. Laying down the sign is Preston Hofer. And the right-hander Rusnick to the plate. Swung on and grounded weakly, foul down the third base side. Now keep in mind, one common opponent that Platte Valley and Brush do have is Strasburg. Brush defeated Strasburg last night 11-4. Strasburg beat Platte Valley 20-6. And the offering. Fastball is up and away. Count moves to 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2-0. You'd only know that if you're paying attention because the power is out on the scoreboard. They're trying to rectify that. The offering. Swing and a miss. Tied him up with a changeup. Eicher strikes out. And there's one down. While Eicher has a strikeout for Cody Rusnick, that's his 3rd already. And Caleb Jimenez will now bat, and he swings and grounds it to short. Johnson charges, gloves, throws on the run for the out. Jimenez is out number 2. He got up the line, but an excellent play by Howdy Johnson. That'll send up the number 3 hitter in this inning. But number 1 in your lineup, Ty Griffith. This is not a good sign for Brush. You don't want Griffith up there with 2 down and the bases empty. The pitch swung on and chopped right back to Rusnick. He throws quickly to first. He didn't have to throw that quickly. He got Griffith out by about 20 steps, it felt like. As soon as he got it, he just reflexed it over there. And it's a very quick 1, 2, 3 inning for Cody Rusnick. He needed just 9 pitches to retire the Bead Diggers in order. An inning and a half have been played. In Kersey, it's Brush 2, Platte Valley nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. I'm John Beltran, back from Platte Valley High School in Kersey. Let's head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. The Bead Diggers are going for their 2nd victory in less than 24 hours. Cody Rusnick, Hudson Flummerfelt, and Caleb Maxey. 2-0 Brush. Wine in the pitch to the right-handed hitter is a fastball for a strike on the outer half, knee high. No balls and 1 strike to the right-handed hitter. Fly ball down the right field line into foul territory. 3 fielders give chase, and it drops foul. Rusnick down in the count. That is 0-2. Platte Valley hitting .221 as a team. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch in the dirt. 1-2. Weiker's not going to walk too many. Excellent control pitcher with a good off-speed pitch. Excellent changeup. The pitch swung on and fouled back. Bead Diggers will have enough pitching once they get to the playoffs. That's not the question. Will they be able to play defense, and will they get enough timely hits? The offering. Fastball called strike 3 at the knees, and Wiley Eicher picks up the strikeout as 2nd. As going down is the opposing pitcher, Cody Rusnick. Here's Hudson Flummerfelt. Flummerfelt with a 179 average. The offering. Fastball is a strike. Belt high in the outer half. It's 0-1. Brush with a 2-0 lead in Kersey. Infield playing straight up. The pitch swung on and grounded foul along the third base side. Try to get him down and in. Count is at 0-2. Caleb Maxey waits to hit next. Eicher gets the sign. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a slow curveball. Flummerfelt goes down on 3 pitches. Strikeout number 3 and 2 straight for Wiley Eicher. And Caleb Maxey, a 175 hitter, is at the plate. They've only got 3 hitters over 270. That's it, the offering. Fastball, a strike at the knees. No balls and 1 strike, just mixing in those pitches beautifully is Wiley Eicher. The pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball up and in. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Eicher has thrown just 19 pitches and only 3 balls. The pitch in the dirt. A ball and 2 strikes here to Caleb Maxey. With 2 down and the bases empty in the bottom of the 2nd inning. The offering swung on and popped up into center field. Coming in is Ludgate. He makes the 2-handed catch. Another 1-2-3 inning for Wiley Eicher. 2 complete. It's Brush 2, Platte Valley nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Tanner Ludgate was hit by a pitch on the very first pitch at the top of the third inning. I'm John Beltran, back from Platte Valley High School in Kersey, 2-0 Brush. And Cody Rusnick will face the left-handed hitting Joshua Lancaster aboard on an error. And that pitch is upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. Platte Valley committed 3 errors in the first, 2 runs on 2 hits for Brush. No runs, no hits for Platte Valley. But those 3 errors certainly hurt them in the first inning. Short lead for Ludgate, but has tons of speed. The Bee Diggers stole 8 bases yesterday against Strasburg. He's going. The pitch is high. Throw to second up the shortstop side. And Ludgate has a stolen base. And it's 2-0 to Lancaster. And the one thing the Bee Diggers can certainly do as well, they can run. They've got 16 stolen bases from Ty Griffith. Ludgate with his 8th of the season, 75 now as a team. And the first in this game. We'll check that one. Let's see. It should be 2-0 to Lancaster. The stretch and the offering. Swung on and fouled off to the left. Nate Tyne is the on-deck hitter for the Bee Diggers. Lancaster from the left side. The 2-1 in the dirt. And the Hofer doesn't know where it is. It's right in front of him, but he's got to flip off that mask, and he didn't do it. And the runner advances to third. A lot of catchers don't do that for some reason nowadays. I've been noticing that at the high school level. They don't flip off the mask, and it was right in front of him, right on the edge of the plate. Now it's 3-1 to Lancaster. Runner at third. Out of the windup. Way outside. It's a 5-pitch walk. Aboard for the second time. That'll bring up Nate Tyne, who doubled in his first plate appearance. The Bee Diggers had to go the full 7 last night. Are hoping to save some of their pitching, even though everybody will be ready to pitch on Saturday. With a 2-0 lead, runners at the corners and nobody out in the third inning. Off I-76 and exit 66A in Wiggins. Stubbs Gas and Oil, all your food, travel, accessories, and more. And, of course, gas, Stubbs Gas and Oil. The stretch, the pitch, squaring to bunt, and takes it low, no throw. And Lancaster to second, uncontested. Well, now Tyne will swing away. And that was just showing bunt so the runner could take off. The pitch, high with a changeup. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, Tyne's got to be careful. He might see a fat one here, but if Rusnick continues throwing off speed and you don't time that, all you're going to do is pop it up. 2-0. Very high. Kind of short-armed that pitch. 3 balls and no strikes. With Percy Odell waiting to hit next. A hit by pitch, a walk, and that pitch is a strike on the extreme inside corner. Almost newly invented. 3-1 to Nate Tyne. The right-hander to the plate. Swing and a miss and a pitch down and in. Tyne did not take a pretty swing at that one. Kind of got fooled. 3-2 to the Bee Diggers shortstop. Rusnick ready, the offering, and that is just outside. Didn't miss by much. And Nate Tyne draws a walk, now loading the bases for Odell. Odell walked his first time up. Now the Bee Diggers can break it open with a crooked number in this inning. Up already 2-0 with nobody out. Out of the windup is Rusnick. The pitch. Way outside, and it skips to the screen. Here comes the runner to the plate to throw it, and he's not there, and scoring is Ludgate. As Rusnick didn't get to the plate before Ludgate did, it's 3-0. The other runners advance on the wild pitch. And it's 1-0 to Percy Odell. Now there'll be a little conversation on the hill to try and settle down Cody Rusnick. They don't want to dig themselves too deep of a hole. 9 locations across northeast Colorado at Rudy's Tires and Nebraska means there's always a location close by. Rudy's Tires brings you 10-10 preps and more every weekday. Visit rudystires.com for more. Swung on line foul along the third base side. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, when that changeup is working, Rusnick is going to get some pop-ups. And he's already got a few strikeouts in this game. The pitch swung on and grounded weakly along the third base side. It trickles foul. 1-2. Rusnick with 3 strikeouts. But now this is the second time around the order when the Beediger hitters start to adjust. 1-2 to Odell. Here's the kick and the pitch in the dirt, blocked by Hofer. Counted 2 balls and 2 strikes. The only reason the pitch count is a concern is because you're limited to 110, not because Rusnick overthrows it all. The offering swung on and lifted into shallow left center field. That might drop, and a dive, and it's off the glove of the left fielder Maxey. It's a base hit. And now to second, diving in there is Odell with a double, scoring a run in Lancaster. And Brush leads 4-0 in the third. An all-out dive by Maxey nearly made an incredible play, but it scored a double. And here is Keaton Gillick. Struck out with the bases loaded, and then on the strikeout, Hofer threw it down the left field line, allowing a runner to score from third. Still nobody out. The pitch swung on that is popped up into foul territory. Hofer to the screen, and it's out of play into the seats. The Beediggers have now scored the same number of runs they did in the first inning, but they expect more here in this inning. Just past the top of the hour in northeast Colorado here at Platte Valley High School. This is 1010 KSIR. Brush, Fort Morgan, also KSIR.com. We're on the TuneIn app. Gillick down on the count at 0-1. The pitch, and that's inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to the freshman third baseman. Getting the start today. Got the win yesterday in relief. The pitch. That's a beauty. A strike with a breaking ball in the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runners take their leads. Rusnick out of the windup. The pitch. And that's in the dirt. It's 2-2. Brush with 3 hits so far, including the double. The offering. Swung on, grounded left side. This could score the run. The play's going to go to the plate. A high throw and in there. Safely sliding in is Tyne. And now Gillick thinking about going to second. He'll hang out right there. That simply scored a fielder's choice. No error. You cannot assume the out as Flummerfelt went to the plate. It's 5-0. But again, that's simply a fielder's choice. No error. You would think a perfect throw or a good throw gets him, but that's not the way they scored in baseball. And the Beediggers with a 5-run lead. Here's Hunter Proctor. He grounded out to Johnson. His first time up in the first inning. Rusnick looking back over at first to the trail runner. The pitch. Swung on, grounded as short. Johnson has got it. Flips to second for 1. Back to first. That's late. That scores a run, an RBI, as the Beediggers make it now a 6-0 game. So give the RBI there to Proctor and Odell. Scores for the Beediggers here is Wiley Eicher. Eicher struck out swinging. Well, Brush had 4 runs in the third inning last night and 2 in the first. The same thing they're doing today, squaring to bunt. It's taken low, and the ball is off the glove of Hofer for a straight-up stolen base for Proctor. So now he's in scoring position with a 6-0 lead for Brush in the visiting half of the third. Eicher's had a decent season offensively. And he bunts it out in front. The throw to third, the slide, the tag, and out. Yep, that was way too hard for Eicher. Right back to the mound. Nice play by Rusnick. He spun and threw to third. And putting down the tag was Flummerfelt, eliminating Proctor. That fielder's choice going 1-5, 2 down. 2 down, and that'll clear the 9-hitter, Caleb Jimenez. He grounded out his first time up. Awaiting the pitch upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Even still, Brush has scored those 6 runs and only 3 hits. Yesterday, they had 11 hits on 11 runs, or vice versa. The offering inside, throw back to first on a bounce, and it skips into right field. Eicher's going to stay right there, though, backed up by Bernal as he flags that baseball down in foul territory. So 2-0 to Caleb Jimenez. And if you're Eicher, stay right there because you have Ty Griffith on deck. You don't want to get ridiculous. Eicher stole a couple of bases yesterday, and one of those was very risky. He could have been thrown out, and Griffith would have not had the plate appearance that he eventually had when he got his third base hit of the game. 2-0 to Jimenez. Throw back to first, a snap throw, and back in diving is Eicher. 6-0 Brush, top of the third inning, 2 down. Eicher with a huge lead. Throw back to first and back in diving. Yeah, I would think Eicher's going to take off, not only because he's pretty fast, but a lot of all-speed stuff thrown by Rusnick. He goes, pitches outside, throw to second, the slide, he's going to be in there. That's a good throw by Hofer as the tag was applied by the second baseman Gomez, but he's in there with a stolen base. And it's 3 balls and no strikes, and undoubtedly Caleb Jimenez will be taking. And now the courtesy runner will be Ben Metlin. Yeah, get Griffith up there. He's got home run power. No wind to speak of today. And that's taken for a strike on the changeup at the knees. It's 3-1. I doubt he'll be taking again, unless the pitch is obviously not in the strike zone. Off of second is Metland, and the offering swung on and popped up down the left field line, drifting into foul territory and giving chase and reaching out and diving was Caleb Maxey, and he nearly made an incredible play. Got a glove on it, it looked like. And it now goes to 3-2. Again, this is a young hitter facing a pitcher in Rusnick who's throwing changeups. And that happens if you don't adjust. You pop it up, you swing under it because you're out in front. Has to adjust right now. Anything in or near the strike zone. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch swung on and chopped left side. Flummerfeld has it. He fires to first, and it's up the first base side. And Jimenez is going to be safe. That'll be a throwing error. The 4th error of the game on a basic throw from third to first, and Flummerfeld commits the miscue, and the Bee Diggers have a chance to score more. That's just bad luck for this pitcher, Cody Rusnick. And this will bring up Ty Griffith, who was singled and grounded out. Griffith at 1 for 2. The stretch and the offering. That pitch is inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, going with a lot of changeups. Runners take their leads. The offering. That's inside as well. 2-0, same location. Trying to get Griffith to open up, but he's not going to swing at that pitch unless it gets more of the strike zone. 2 balls and no strikes. Runners at first and third. 6-0 in the third. The pitch. Down and away. Runner to second. The throw is going to be cut off by Gomez. And now second and third. Jimenez at second. Ben Metlin ahead of him. Let's see if he's swinging. The pitch swung on and driven deep into left field, way back towards the fence, and that is a 3-run homer on a 3-0 pitch for Ty Griffith. The senior goes deep, and the Bead Diggers lead 9-0 in Kersey. As his teammates await him at home plate. That was a line drive that he launched into left field. And all those runs are unearned because of the 2-out error. And that'll send up Tanner Ludgate. The offering. That's a little bit inside. The Bead Diggers have scored 7 runs in the inning. This is the 11th hitter of the inning. Make it the 10th. Swung on, grounded up the middle. Shortstop Johnson to his left. He fires to first for the out. Excellent play by Howdy Johnson. And Platte Valley finally gets out of that miserable inning for them. But for the Bead Diggers, they had just 2 hits, 7 runs on 2 hits. A double and a 3-run homer from Ty Griffith. Let's head to the bottom of the 3rd. The Bead Diggers are in control in Kersey. It's Brush 9, Platte Valley nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We move to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Bead Diggers lead the Platte Valley Broncos in Kersey 9-0 with a 7-run 3rd inning. Wiley Eicher has retired all 6 Broncos he faced. The pitch, and that fastball is on the outside corner for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to the left-handed hitting freshman Hazen Weber. The pitch, swung on and grounded left side. It's going to be a long throw here, and Tyne will not be able to make it at short. Try to backhand it. It'll be scored a base hit. Even if he fields that one, as Weber just stuck out his bat, that would have been one heck of a long throw. So a base hit for Weber, an infield hit. The first Platte Valley base runner. And here is Dagan Gomez. The number 8 hitter. The offering. Swung on and fouled back. Followed by Ethan Johnson in this bottom of the 3rd inning. Eicher has thrown only 5 balls so far. The stretch. The pitch. That looked pretty good. That's a strike at the knees with a changeup. No balls and 2 strikes to Dagan Gomez. That's a minuscule lead at first for Weber. Eicher to the plate. Swung on, lined, and caught by the second baseman. Throw to first, double play. Odell to his left, able to make the catch and doubles up. Weber at first, 2 down. The Bead Diggers had, I believe, 1 or 2 double plays yesterday. A line drive that was hit to Nate Tyne. That might have been the only double play, just going off of memory. Here's Ethan Johnson. Well, Weicker could face the minimum numbers, the 3rd consecutive inning, grounded foul along the 3rd base side. No balls and 1 strike to Ethan Johnson. Right-handed hitter for Platte Valley. And the offering. Swag and a miss and a fastball above the letters. Johnson hitting 170. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a high fastball on 3 pitches. He goes down. And Wiley Eicher with another minimum batter inning. No runs on 1 hit, though. No errors. And the bases were left empty. To the 4th we go in Kersey. The Bead Diggers hold a 9-0 lead over the Platte Valley Broncos on 1010 KSIR. Brush leads Platte Valley 9-0 headed to the 4th inning. Brush is hoping to make this a 4 or 5 inning game. They got a 3-run homer from Ty Griffith to cap off that 7-run 3rd inning for Griffith. His 5th home run of the season. Hitting .597 going into the game. And here we go with Joshua Lancaster to lead off the 4th. Cody Rusnick is still in there. He's not pitched that bad, but they've got to support him. Looking at Rusnick's numbers as the pitch is taken for a strike on the outside corner. He's given up 9 runs, but only 5 earned. Lancaster aboard on an error and a walk. The pitch swung on and fouled straight back on a ball that jammed him. No balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, Sawyer Albert on that line drive into the dugout, and that pitch swing and a miss. Oh, man, tailing away, down and away, striking out on 3 pitches. Lancaster, 1 out. Yeah, he was the victim, one of the victims of that foul ball hit into the dugout. The offering swung on and fouled by Nate Tyne up the first base side. Yeah, got him right there on the forearm. Yeah, I was scared, man. When that ball got into that dugout, I said, wow, hopefully nobody's hurt. The pitch, and swung on and dribbled foul along the third base side. Nate Tyne has doubled and walked. He is 1 for 1. He likes that pitch up a little bit more, not that far down. The wind and the offering. And he swings and pops it up. He got fooled by the changeup. The shortstop, Johnson, makes the catch. Near the bag, 2 down. 2 down for Percy Odell, who was walked and doubled. Bee Diggers need at least another run after 5 innings. They're up by 9. The offering. And that curveball is low. 1 ball and no strikes. Kind of subdued in Kersey, as you can tell. I feel like I'm calling this game in a library, but it really is not. It's just that it's been one-sided for a while now. Swung on, that's popped up. You get underneath the changeup in shallow center. Second baseman Gomez, 2 steps into the grass, makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Cody Rusnick. And he's adjusted against these Bee Digger hitters. 3 1/2 innings are in the books in Kersey. The Bee Diggers are comfortably ahead. It's 9-0 over Platte Valley on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 9-0 Bee Diggers as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. The 1, 2, and 3 hitters, Preston Hofer, Eric Bernal, and Howdy Johnson against right-hander Wiley Eicher. Hofer struck out his first time up. The right-hander to the plate. Fastball is outside. Eicher has faced the minimum. He gave up a base hit, and the next hitter swung on and fouled back. Well, we officially lost power, so now just picking up the device. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the offering. Swung on and grounded to second. A routine play for Odell to a knee. Throws to first, and Hofer is out number 1. That'll bring up Eric Bernal. Yeah, the power went out on one end, and now it's gone out on the other end. But we always have plan B. Bernal popped to left. The pitch. Fastball, a strike on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike. 9 runs on just 4 hits for Brush. No runs, 1 hit for Platte Valley. They've committed the game's 4 errors. Swung on, grounded foul off the end of the bat, up the first base side. No balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, apparently a power line, they said, caught on fire. The pitch. Swung on and fouled back, went with a fastball up and away. Remains at no balls and 2 strikes to Eric Bernal, the Platte Valley right fielder. With 1 out and the bases empty in the bottom of the 4th inning. Wiley Eicher to the plate. Oh, that curveball hit him, and he knew it. And when I say he knew it, he knew that he let go of a pitch that came off his fingers irregularly. So Bernal's the second base runner for Platte Valley. And now you send up their best hitter, Howdy Johnson, who popped to the shortstop, Nate Tyne, in his first plate appearance. Hitting over 360. The offering. Swing and a miss. Oh, man, pulled the string on that one. 0-1. Man, I love the rotation he's got on that changeup. 0-1. Here's the stretch. Long pause in the pitch. Swung on and driven in the air into right center field. That's got major carry. Ludgate to his left. It's going to drop for a base hit. He'll flag it down. Johnson to second. Bernal to third. Second hit of the game for Platte Valley as Johnson comes through with a double. Now with a chance to score their first runs of the game, Cody Rusnick will now hit. He struck out looking. His first time up. Bee Diggers are playing the infield in with a 9-0 lead. Fastball is low, which Coach Odell customarily does. He doesn't like to give up any runs. Even with the lead. The pitch in the dirt, 2-0. Hudson Flummerfelt will hit next. 2 balls and no strikes. Eicher delivers. That's a strike. Took something off it on outer half, belt high. It's 2-1. Bernal at third, Johnson at second. 1 out, bottom 4. Bee Diggers lead 9-0. The offering. That is right there on the outside corner at the knees with a changeup. You can't spot that any better. It's 2-2. Griffith lays down the sign. He struck him out last time looking. 2-2 pitch. In the dirt. Had no chance there. Throw back to third. Into the runner. Oh, Bernal is down. Got him on the lower back, but now he gets up. He's okay. 3-2 to Cody Rusnick. Eicher ready. The pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch down in the zone. Got him on a changeup. It's a strikeout of Rusnick for the second time. And now the infield will play back with 2 down. That's the 5th strikeout for Eicher. Hudson Flummerfelt struck out swinging his first time up the pitch. Fastball outside. A ball and no strikes. Time is called, trying to throw Eicher off his rhythm. Wiley Eicher's made some big pitches when he's had to. Preserving the shutout. The pitch swung on and popped up. The shortstop Tyne in shallow left field calls for it and makes the grab. Platte Valley is held off the scoreboard. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left in scoring position. We head to the 5th inning. Brush 9, Platte Valley nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Bee Diggers need a run and then hold Platte Valley in the 5th inning to win this game. A new pitcher, Caleb Maxey, will be on the mound with Cody Rusnick, the starter, going to left field. Brush with a 9-0 lead after they scored 7 runs in the top of the 3rd inning. The numbers on Rusnick, 4-4 with an ERA of 5. He's got the most wins on his team. Not the most losses. That's Howdy Johnson, who's 2-5. It'll be Keaton Gillick, Hunter Proctor, and Wiley Eicher in this 5th inning. Be so nice to play about an hour and 10 minutes. We played less than an hour, and Brush is already in the 5th inning with a chance to put this away and make this a short game. Here's the wine and the offering. Fastball is a strike on the outer half. It's 0-1. Gillick struck out and hit into a fielder's choice at third. He's 0 for 2. The pitch swung on and lifted into right center field. Has some carry to it, but now coming in and making the running catch is Bernal. Too much topspin. It actually didn't have that much carry. Not as I originally thought. There's 1 down. Hunter Proctor is 0 for 2. He's grounded out. twice, once into a conventional out, the other into a fielder's choice. The offering swung on and grounded to short. A two-hopper for Howdy Johnson slings it to first, 2 down. Wiley Eicher is struck out and grounded into a fielder's choice. He is 0 for 2. Again, the Bee Diggers only have 4 hits in the game. But 2 of those are doubles and the 3-run homer from Ty Griffith. Pitch by Maxey. Swung on, popped up right side. This will end the inning. The second baseman Gomez to his left squeezes it and makes the catch. Talk about a quick inning there. On just 4 pitches, Caleb Maxey retires the Bee Diggers in order in the 5th inning. Let's head to the bottom of the 5th. It's Brush 9, Platte Valley nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Nate Tyne is the new pitcher headed to the bottom of the 5th inning. Brush leads Platte Valley 9-0 with that 7-run 3rd inning. Tanner Ludgate is back at short. Let's check out the other adjustments. For the Bee Diggers. Yeah, you'd think Proctor is in center now and somebody else is in left. Not sure about that. The pitch. Fastball is down and away to Caleb Maxey, who popped out his first time up. 2 hits in a game for Platte Valley. Wiley Eicher did a tremendous job. The offering swung on and driven in the air to right field. To his right is Caleb Jimenez, and he makes the grab. 1 down. One out in the bottom of the 5th inning for Hazen Weber. Had that infield hit. It looks like Proctor is in center now. Yeah, and Eicher would be in left field. That's his natural position when he's not pitching. And the offering. And that's down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, there's plenty of arms on this Brush team. I mean, that, again, is not an issue. Nate Tyne to the plate. Swung on, grounded down the first base side on 1 hop, and Lancaster has it and steps on the bag. 2 down. Man, we are flying along in Kersey. 2 down for Dagan Gomez, who lined into a double play. The right-hander overhand pitch, swinging a foul at the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Hard to believe the Bee Diggers are only out hitting Platte Valley 4-2, but lead 9-0. But that's what happens. It's actually not hard to believe. When you play clean baseball, which Brush has and Platte Valley hasn't, as that pitch sails feet over Ty Griffith. Tyne lost complete control of that baseball. 1 ball, 1 strike. That means he's probably trying to throw a curveball. A little chuckle about that pitch with 2 down and the bases empty in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Nate Tyne to the plate. That's a fastball for a strike on the inside corner to Dagan Gomez. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nate Tyne ready. The pitch. Just a little bit low. That's an excellent take. Barely missed. 2-2. And Tyne put together a 1-2-3 inning. The offering swung on and fouled off to the right. Remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. To Dagan Gomez. Nate Tyne ready. Kicks and fires. Down and away. Strike 2 to the Platte Valley second baseman. How about right now? Come in with that 3-2. Here it is. Foul to the backstop. Fed him a fastball, letter high.
and got a piece of it. Remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Brush with a 9-0 lead. Kick in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped into the glove on a fastball. Let her high. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Nate Tyne. With the score after 5 innings, the Bee Diggers lead the Platte Valley Broncos 9-0 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. And the first pitch to Ty Griffith in the top of the 6th inning is a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. And the offering is down and away with a breaking ball. Or check that, that's Caleb Jimenez. Griffith is on deck. Jimenez ground out and reached on an air. It's a 1-1, not a 1-0. The pitch. Swing and a miss and a pitch below the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike to the Bee Digger right fielder, Caleb Jimenez. Caleb Maxey did a fine job in the 5th inning, the offering, and that bender's inside, 3-1. Bee Diggers were hoping to end this in 5 innings, but did not score a run in the 5th. And the offering, and that is out. Oh, a strike. Jimenez threw that bat as if he had walked, but he's got to go retrieve it. 3-2 to Caleb Jimenez. That's a borderline strike, if anything. Back in the box. Caleb Maxey toes the rubber. The pitch, swing, and a foul. Just got a piece of it. Now, on those pitches below the knees, the Bee Diggers are having some trouble, especially the off-speed pitches. The pitches middle up, they're just creaming those. Even though they only have 4 hits, they haven't needed too many. The offering, and that one behind him on a breaking ball, that's a walk. And Ty Griffith, who has singled, grounded out, and delivered a 3-run homer, will now step in against Caleb Maxey. And Edgar Navarro is the courtesy runner for Caleb Jimenez. And Griffith is not going to wait. He's going to swing at any pitch. He swung at a 3-0 when he hit that home run over the left field fence. His 5th home run of the season. Maxey, chest level with a glove in the pitch. Inside. 1 ball and no strikes. And the thing with Griffith, he doesn't swing at bad pitches normally. And he's not doing it in this game. So he's going to wait for something fat. And the offering. Swung on and grounded foul along the third base side. And the count levels at 1 ball and 1 strike to Ty Griffith. We're in the top of the 6th inning already in a 3:30 start. The Bee Diggers with a 9-0 lead. There is activity in the left field bullpen. Caleb Maxey delivers, and that's upstairs. On the changeup, it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Big count here for Griffith. The pitch, way outside. Yeah, he'd rather take a walk than cost his average by just swinging at something that's, in that case, virtually unhittable. 3-1 to Griffith. The offering, swung on, grounded up the middle. That's a base hit into center field. Navarro to second. Ty Griffith with his 3rd hit of the game. And that'll send up Tanner Ludgate. Yeah, this should be the inning the Bee Diggers would win the game. Up 9-0, 2 on, nobody out in the 6th inning. 10-run rule is in effect, but you have to get to 10. The pitch, way outside, and it skips off the glove to the backstop. The runners advance. Navarro to 3rd. And to 2nd, Ty Griffith. Ludgate struck out, hit by a pitch, and grounded out 0 for 2. And struck out 3 times yesterday, looking to get back on track. And now the courtesy runner at 2nd. Oh boy, I heard some Thunder. Landon Mesh. Let's get through this game. Got to get through this game. No delays. Taken for a ball. We do not want to stop this game in the 6th inning in a 9-0 lead. At this point, the game is over. The offering swung on and lifted into deep left center field. To his right is Johnson. He's got room. He'll make the grab. Navarro tags at third. Now the throw to third, the slide, and Mesh is out. He is tagged out. That's going to go as a double play, 8-6-5. The sac fly is going to score Edgar Navarro. It's 10-0 Brush. Yeah, and Mesh was thrown out by quite a bit. That really wasn't even close at third base. And the pitch is inside to Joshua Lancaster, aboard on an air, walked and struck out. 0 for 2. The right-hander Maxey to the plate. Swing and a miss way ahead of that changeup. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. The hitter awaits the pitch. Here it is. Swung on, chopped over the mound. The second baseman Gomez, gloves, throws to first. And that's it. The Bee Diggers, however, are able to score a run. And that's big because they can win the game in 6 innings. For Brush, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. The Bee Diggers can wrap it up right now as they lead going into the bottom of the 6th inning. The score, Brush 10, Platte Valley nothing. As you are listening to 1010 KSIR. And right here on the Eastern Plains Sports Network, we'll keep it right here. There have been a few internet issues that's even affecting us going to break from Platte Valley High School. Let's take a 30-second break. Right now, we'll be back. 10-0 Bee Diggers on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. All right, let's head to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Bee Diggers hold a 10-0 lead, and Percy Odell is the new pitcher. Hasn't made too many appearances this season, but trying to wrap it up for Brush. Franklin Garrett now at first, Joshua Lancaster at second. He'll face Ethan Johnson, struck out his first time up. Swung on and popped up right side, shallow right field. Second baseman Lancaster along the line makes the catch. That kid is an athlete. He made that look very, very easy for the first out of the bottom of the 6th inning. Here is Preston Hofer, struck out and grounded out. Platte Valley has been limited to 2 hits by 3 pitchers. The Bee Diggers only have 5, 3 of those from Ty Griffith, who had 3 yesterday. Percy Odell, the right-hander, delivers. Foul, straight back, no balls and 1 strike. We will certainly keep it right here for the Advanced Agri Solutions post-game show as the Bee Diggers will end the season, the regular season, 11-12, and with a winning league record. Popped foul. There'll be a 7-6 league record, no balls and 2 strikes. To Preston Hofer, a 7-run 3rd inning, broke the game open. Odell with a pitch. Breaking ball is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Preston Hofer. Here's the wind by Odell and the pitch. Fastball is up and in, 2-2. Again, we'll find out tomorrow. Tune in to 1010 Preps and More. Tomorrow, 1010 Preps and More from 1 to 2. We'll run through the brackets. The pitch, fouled at the plate. Try to go away with that pitch. Again, Platte Valley can extend the game to the 7th with a run in this inning. 1 out and the base is empty. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Make it 2-2. Swing and a miss, and Hofer strikes out. Percy Odell has picked up the 7th strikeout for Brush pitchers. There's 2 down. Here is Eric Bernal, who popped out and was hit by a pitch. He is 0 for 1. The right-hander delivers. Fastball is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, the power was lost completely.
You lost everything?
And right here, yep, about an inning and a half ago. And that's taken inside. No big deal.
So are you recording or are you live?
2-0. We are live.
Sweet.
We are live. Not a problem. There were no hiccups.
Still on tune in?
Ground up left side. Fielding is tying. Throw to first, and the game is over.
All right.
The Bee Diggers win the game as Nate Tyne makes the play at third.
That's some senior night announcement.
10-0, the final score on Senior Day here in Kersey. Let's get to the Bee Digger post-game show, which is brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions. Advanced Agri Solutions, the season-long sponsor of Morgan County Athletics. Get a full plan of seed, food, and water for your field. Now is the time to begin your planning for next year's growing season. Call Dusty or Roxy, 970-571-2024. 10 runs on 5 hits for Brush. No errors, 2 left. No runs on 2 hits, 4 errors, 2 left for Platte Valley. The winning pitcher was Wiley Eicher, went 4 strong innings. And the loss went to Cody Rusnick. Time of the game, 1 hour and 17 minutes. The Bee Diggers got on the board in the first inning. Joshua Lancaster reached on an error, but he got the RBI, scoring the run. And then, after a strikeout of Keaton Gillick with the bases loaded, making it 2-0 or 1-0 with 2 outs, the catcher Hofer threw the ball into left field, scoring the runner, Lancaster, from third, making it 2-0. And then Brush blew it wide open in the top of the third inning. Tanner Ludgate scored on a wild pitch. Percy Odell with an RBI double, making it 4-0. Keaton Gillick with an RBI. Same for Hunter Proctor. And Wiley Eicher, check that. He was able to reach in a fielder's choice, but no RBI there. Ty Griffith capped it off with a 3-run homer. He finished with 3 of the 5 hits in the game. The Bee Diggers 7-6 in league play to conclude the regular season, 11-12 overall. They're round number 25 on the seeding index, and I've got to warn others, they could be headed to Delta. We don't know, but they could be headed to Delta. They don't want to pair teams to play each other in the opening round or in the regional semifinal in the same league. So they don't want Brush, or they won't schedule Brush, to go to Resurrection Christian and play them initially. They played them last year, but that was in the regional championship game, not in a regional/district semifinal. So it could be Delta. We'll find out. We'll get the official word coming up tomorrow. You can follow us on Facebook, our 1010 KSIR Sports page. And you can also tune in to 1010 Preps and More tomorrow from 1 to 2 o'clock. And we will run through that bracket. Platte Valley 10-13 to finish off their regular season. They could squeeze into the playoffs, and 3-10 in league play. All right, the final score once again in 6 innings. The Bee Diggers close out the regular season, winning back-to-back games on the road, 11-4 last night in Byers against Strasburg, and 10-0 over Platte Valley. I'm John Beltran on 1010 KSIR. We're on the TuneIn app and on the Eastern Plains Sports Network.